years ago, there was a picture that he had with the Hells Angels sweater.
Yeah. So from
Right?
and it would make sense if I'm listening to Drake, who starts off the track. If you go to Family Ties, Drake Family, no, not Family Ties. I mean Family Matters. He literally starts off by saying, you know who really bang a set? YG, you know who really bang a set? Chuck T, CB. And he basically paints out a picture like, you're not a guy like that. He's like, literally says, yo, he said, but if you had a set, they would give you as a DP, but you a civilian gang. In real life, you PC. Now, I think a lot of people on the surface look at that to be like, yo, well, Drake, aren't you like a civilian too? And I think Drake, in a subtle way, not that Drake is repping nothing, is almost showing that, yo, I'm probably in or around the whereabouts of certain mans that's like kind of like that more than you are, bro. Just like we two different people. I think that's the only significance I could possibly see, because that whole thing where Drake is walking and talking to this dude, it's like really dark. There's just like something dark about it. It felt like it was like Drake ordering a hit. It felt dark.
Look at his facial expressions. He doesn't look like he's having a happy conversation.
Yeah,
it looks like they're having a serious conversation.
Yeah, it felt dark. And by the way, years ago, I think the Toronto Star, they wrote this whole piece about. They said they were like, yo, why is he? And the Vancouver Sun did too. They said, why is he rocking and supporting the Hells Angels so much? You get what I mean?
Well, I'll give you a Easter egg. My Montreal Connects stand up, now fall down.
Oh,
Last Heart 6.
Yeah.
So I'm live in Toronto, but I'm originally from Montreal. Montreal, where the Hells Angels run, is basically one of the roots of the places where the Hells Angels come from, and that's most of the Hells Angels in Canada pretty much live in Montreal.
Oh wow, shit! This shit was already ingenious. It says Drake suggests his connections, whether shooters or intelligence, can be mobilized and stand down at any notice. And he says specifically Canada has significant Hells Angels presence. And they identified the dude. Yeah, Andrew Curnew. Yeah, Andrew Curnew, and they said that's Drake's neighbor.
That's crazy. So listen, I don't want to tie anything together. I'm not here trying to indict nobody or anything like that, but Drake got way more shit going on than issues with Kendrick, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of these media publications that are trying to say, well, the Drake Kendrick laMAR beef is exacerbated to a degree where, I don't know, it's gotten out of control. Like, shut the fuck up. These niggas, ain't nobody shooting nobody over no rap words, dog. No matter how deep or how crazy it gets, ain't nobody shooting each other over that shit.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, I'm looking up this dude. Oh shit. Yeah.
Even with this whole thing, when the guard came to see what the whole commotion was, that's when he got shot.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, this Andrew Curnew nigga is pretty serious. Do you think that everything is strategic? Like that, like where Drake is planting these things in there.
But why is it there, Ak? That's the whole thing. Like, when we were breaking down the video, we were like, what's this random conversation? Why is it happening in the video where he's going at Kendrick laMAR? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's never anything done for no reason.
Well, if we go to the second verse of Family Matters, I always thought that verse was going straight at XO.
But that happens in the third verse.
Yeah, no, I know, but I think, well, to me that was a little random. Like, with all due respect, and let me speak, because hey, listen, everybody know I'm part of the Pussy Nigga Association now. Relax.
We're going too close to the sun right now. Ak.
Yeah. I gotta let people know. What I'm saying is that, with all due respect to the Mr. Hell Angels and all of them, I don't think that would be the thing you put in the video to scare the Compton mans them. You get what I mean? I don't know. I felt like that was more.
There's Hells Angels all the way across North America, my nigga, all the way into LA.
Or maybe it isn't. Well, I thought that was some other shit. I thought that was some. I thought that was some. I really feel like Drake was dealing with about 8 beefs at once. Like he hasn't 1v1 nobody ever. Like in this whole situation, he hasn't 1v1. Like he's dropping these little Easter eggs because he's dealing with this nigga over here. He's addressing this one little incident here. So I thought that Hell's Angels, like in the last part of it, because we got to think about the lyrics that's playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The lyrics that's, well, actually, I'm trying to, yeah.
You talking about go to the lotto with all of my ice, go to the lotto with all of my ice.
Yeah.
That's happening in this this segment of the video here.
Yeah. Yo, his facial expression while he's talking is like a mob boss who's like just tired of somebody fucking with him and is just telling like, yo, I got $1 million on it, man. Get that nigga off the mic, man. You know what I mean? I'm telling you. Yo, even the way they're walking, people gonna be like, yo, Ak, you're doing too much. Yo, even the camera angle at first, which almost kind of looked like it's like a spy camera, like it's not supposed to be recorded. You get what I mean?
Exactly. And it's the way that the conversation is, it's a candid conversation. Also, which security got shot? We need to know that because there's a security that's in this music video as well.
Okay. So those are like his personal.
And the security guard that got shot was a 48-year-old security guard.
What?
There's a close-up of a security guard in this part of the music video. Is that the same person?
So
because they're outside.
What I understood, right? And again, I don't know the inner workings of Drake's operation, but
me neither. Let's get that clear too.
Yeah. We're speculating. We're definitely speculating. So this is a security guard you're talking about right now. I have him on screen. That guy has been seen with Drake out and about. Like I think that's the guy who people thought they were like, yo, I think he's like battling steroids or something because he was wilding out at one point. And he's been seen with Drake walking around. There's another guy who I notoriously know his face is this white guy. And those are like his personal bodyguards, but which would be smart if you're going to have full-time security at your house, whether you're there or not. You wouldn't have these guys just at your house just watching the gate. These guys are probably trained to, know how to move, triangulate, like to make sure your personal safety is right. He probably just hires a company that probably has 3-4 guards just sitting outside his house all the time. They're uniformed, right? This big buff nigga is not putting on a goddamn uniform, I would think. So
he looks like he's wearing a ninja suit or something.
Yeah.
Some kind of samurai suit.
Yeah.
You know what's fucked up, Ak? The security guards that are outside of Drake's house, because we're over here in Canada, they can't be standing outside with a machine gun.
Ooh. Could they have a gun?
Period? They should be able to do that because of the laws out here. The self-defense laws don't allow you. There's no handgun, so you can't have a handgun out here, right? You have to literally be a police officer to be able to walk around with a handgun, and you don't have police officers guarding his house. So if somebody rolls up on the house and tries to do something, what's the nigga gonna do? Throw a rock at him?
Do you think, I've never thought that possibly Drake could feel unsafe in his own city. Matter of fact, he actually makes fun of The Weeknd and XO by saying, you boys ran from the city. And that's probably a flex because he's still there. He's still accessible.
Yeah, and the additional flex on top of that is that he's not in a gated community. You could drive past that nigga's house. You can do tours over there. You know what I'm saying? Like he brings people over to play basketball and shit. Like he's making it like he's the ambassador of Toronto. Like he's the most accessible, famous artist in the world. When you really think about it, like there's videos of him in Yorkville, which is an affluent area where people go to dinner and go to clubs and stuff like that. Of him just popping out of a restaurant, jumping in the convoy of cars. People can see him. People can touch Drake when they see him on road.
Hey, let me ask you this question about so New Ho King, which obviously got introduced in Euphoria by Kendrick, but obviously Drake shoots a video and he goes there in Family Matters, right? And he's seen pictured there, which by the way, I thought that was like really interesting as well. He's in New Ho King, feet up damn near on the chair. Him and Chubbs is chilling. Look like they're having a good old time. Look comfortable as ever. He got Pharrell chains with this one guy. What's that significance? And why do you think that Kendrick did that?
Well, it was already pretty much unhatched with the whole thing with the Sislak and the chain snatching and all that. Like, I don't know if Sislak was responsible for snatching Drake's chain. I won't go on record saying that. But the whole chain snatching thing did happen near that area with the New Ho King. The New Ho King, the whole thing about that restaurant is it's an after hours spot. It's a place that niggas in the hood can go to late. Right down the street from, because it's in Chinatown, right down the street from there, it's an area called the Pio or Alexander Park, which is a hood. So hood niggas from there come over there, niggas from, let's say, downtown a little bit closer to like the West End, like Parkdale and places like that, they'll come over there. So it's a place where hood niggas will be at. That's not a nice, it's like, it looks nice on the inside, and I don't want to diss the restaurant, but that's not the restaurant where you go to get nice food. The food's just all right, but you can go there after hours and get a beer or whatever. And the problem with that is when that shit happens and niggas from the trap are going to go hang out at 3 a.m. then shit happens. There's been multiple shootings at that place.
Yeah, I did a quick Google search before all this shit popped off, and I was like, oh, this is a spot where people meet up with their ops.
Or maybe they're not trying to meet up with their ops, but you're trying to get low after a night of doing whatever you need to do on the streets, or things are getting a little bit slow. Okay, I'll pop in New Ho King, get a little bit of food. Okay, I got a call. All right, I'm out of here. Go get some more money. It's like one of those kind of spots.
And
the area is grimy.
Hey, I do want to ask you this one question because it's been like really on my mind. Kendrick is getting this huge push and this huge like strength from the back end of the West Coast. They're outside dancing to his song. They're making it seem that the entire coast is behind him. They're rocking with this guy right now. Yeah. I'm wondering why we haven't seen any of the, like Toronto specifically, but any of the places that Drake kind of fucks with, like kind of doing the same for him.
I'll tell you why.
It really feels like, he's really in this alone. I've never seen Drake look so isolated before.
I can't speak for the other places, but I know Toronto, and for the people in the chat who know, it's the screw face capital. Okay?
What that mean?
So that means we'll screw our face at a concert, not show love, even if we have love for the person. We might shake their hand when they come off the stage, but we'll screw up our face when they're on the stage, singing their heart out or rapping their heart out. It's very hard to get the love from Toronto. Okay, so even though people love Drake out here, they don't want to be dick riders dancing around to the Drake songs that are winning in the battle. They don't have that same kind of energy as niggas in the West Coast. They'll call that dick riding instead of just showing love. You understand what I mean, At?
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. Jeez. Wow.
Hey, Drake just dropped Buried Alive Part 2. What's this? Kendrick Lamar. Nah. You might have to do a quick search, but listen, it's a lot of. I did a hosting the other day, and I did a survey on the stage, asking people about the two songs that were up against each other at the time. I said, "How y'all feel about Drake's Push-Ups?" All right, and just to give you some context, I'm at the Stove God Cook show. You know who that is, right? Mm-hmm. So we got grimy hip hop in the building, bunch of grimy white boys who only listen to bars and beats. I say, are y'all feeling Drake's Push-Ups? At first I got boos,
Really?
I had to run it back. I was like, nah, we're in Toronto. Are y'all feeling Drake's Push-Ups? And they said, So I said, okay, what y'all saying about Kendrick Lamar's Euphoria? Oh!
You're lying.
What the fuck? Did I wake up and I'm in Crenshaw or something? Like, what's going on?
Really?
So this is what I'm talking about.
And Push-Ups is a hard record.
Yes, but if you ask some of these real hip-hop heads in Toronto, Drake is the Antichrist for them, even though he's been putting on for the city forever.
Do you think people are just tired of his reign, and they're like, yo, enough is enough?
No, we got haters over here. The people over where you are at, yes, they're tired of that nigga. That nigga's been running the game for the last 13